And we're live. Once again, I know it's been a while, so don't judge me. By the way, folks, I got Valkyrie. And as you can tell in the top right corner, I'm broke. Again. Fun. Let's start off by going into firing range for a minute just to warm up. Now take a drink of my lucky root beer. Come on. There we go. Hey, look at that. Wait, no, I can't. That's glitched still. Now on stream real quick, I'm gonna, just for the heck of it, I guess, I'll do my quick review over weapons that I like in this. I've never done that before, so I kind of want to do that. So I'm just gonna go over all the weapons and basically give an opinion on what I think about them. First, we'll start with Sentinel. Now, base Sentinel, it's not bad, honestly. I ignore that shot. Not a bad reload time. Not bad damage. It's honestly not that bad of a gun. Especially if you start adding all the extra stuff to it. I'll pick up some more ammo. And see, when you add everything else to it, it don't really do much. Ignore that shot again. Yeah, I know it's kind of laggy, so I'll make it simple. This stream might not be very long then. The one issue I have with this sniper though is the fact they have to the charge. I mean, it's kind of useless, honestly. The only reason you'd use this if you want like a little bit of damage, because as you can tell, body shot it only does 18 extra. It does 18 extra damage for body, and then for headshot it does 8 extra. I think is what I saw correctly. So that's that. Now we'll over to the charge rifle. Charge rifle, honestly, in my opinion, it's not too bad. If you put this gun in the right hands, it can be pretty good. Like, it also depends. The only issue I have with it though is like, I'm trying to think how to word this. Like if you don't hit 90% of these beams anyways, it's gonna kind of suck on damage. I mean, sure, it does 90 damage on that initial blast, like as you can see here. But to get the most out of it, you have to like hit like all the rays. So yeah, that's that. Now, personally, here's one of my favorite snipers. It's easy to use. I mean, they nerfed it a bit by changing the fire rate on it, but honestly, other than that, it's not too bad. Oh, what's up, X-Bite? I keep forgetting to put barrel stabilizers, my bad. See, like this, see, like they... Ignore that shot. I totally didn't just miss. And like I said before, apologies for the lag. I don't know why the stream's so laggy. But yeah, overall, longbow is pretty good, but it sucks they nerfed the fire rate of it. And it doesn't do very much damage, but I mean this is still pretty much still my go-to sniper. Alright, so now that we're out of snipers, let's head over to the light weapons. Starting with the RE45, which I personally don't really like. Put all the stuff I'd normally put on it if I had it maxed out. I mean, sure, it could do good damage. It has a good fire rate. It's decently accurate. But when it comes, ultimately, when it comes down to it, it's not very reliable in the late game. That's just my opinion, though. You don't have to take my word for it. Just next, we have a P2020. Now, the P2020, of course, it's just a pistol, single fire. Watch this old cheeky shot. Got it. Headshot. I missed. Don't judge me, okay? But this, honestly, this might be a decent start gun because, like, watch for example. Okay, if I change your legend to Octane, because Octane's the one I use the most. Been using the most lately, other than the Valkyrie. You hit that stim, pop up with somebody. You hit that hip fire. That thing lasers, especially up close. Now we're moving on to the R301. Nope. And I'm gonna keep all of that. But because you can't put a digital threat on the 301 for some reason. Now this, like I said, this gun is pretty good. I kinda like it. It's pretty accurate. It's yeah, it's a lot easy for yourself. As you can tell there, I just destroyed that guy. And then, of course, like most other guns, get up close, hit fire. Yeah, so the R301 overall is pretty good. Now we just get to my favorite one. Which my favorite SMG or light weapon, the R99. 206 damage if you hit the majority of your shots. And look at the recoil on that. This thing is beautiful. And then when you combine this with hipfire, who knows what who's going to tell what you're going to be able to do with that? Okay, so I have a friend plays Apex a lot. One of his go-to combo, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, is the R99 and Spitfire combo, which I'll get to the Spitfire later. But overall, R99 is still my favorite SMG. Now we're gonna move over here to the alternator. Now, alternator, if you want a good gun off spawn, this thing is amazing. A lot of people even use this late game. I personally try not to, but this thing is a laser because its hitbox is because its bloom box is so low or so small. You can beam people with this thing. Okay, next we're going to the G7, which personally I don't like it. Because I really don't have any use for single shot, light ammo, light weapons. Because I really don't like them that much. If I'm going to use a single shot, I'm going to use a sniper. I think so. It's accurate, which I like the accuracy on it. But like I already said, I don't like the single shot of a light weapon. Alright, now we're done with the light weapons. Now we're heading over here to the heavy weapons, I believe. Yep. First, we start with the 30-30. Gonna put this, that, and that. Now, the 30-30 is a pretty good gun. Came out last season. Good damage, good fire rate. Honestly, I can see why a lot of people use this gun. I don't think it has an alt. Hang on, let me see this real quick. No. See here, the shatter cap. When you equip it, it gives it an alternate fire to where it fires like a shotgun, which could actually come really handy in of close situations. Which overall, I give this gun, it's pretty good. I'm just saying, pretty good. Next we'll move over to the wingman. Honestly, I used to do really good with a wingman. Like, when I was playing with a controller, there was like no stopping me with a wingman. But now, honestly, now that I've moved over to keyboard and mouse, like, I don't use wingmans very often anymore. I just don't do good with them. But overall, you talk about the reload speed. It's a convenient gun to have. That same friend I said that uses R99 Spitfire, he also loves wingman. That's my review for wingman. Okay, so next up, probably my favorite heavy weapon, which is the Spitfire. Now, the thing with the Spitfire, people say it has terrible hip-fire accuracy, but like, this thing is lethal, even if it's aiming down sight. Look how, but then yeah, like you can see what they mean by hip-fire accuracy. The thing, the bullets go all over the place. But yeah, it's still my favorite heavy weapon. Now we're moving over to the Hemlock, which it's a 3-round burst, which I really don't like because I don't use bursts in this game. Or I try not to. Overall, I mean, it's a good gun. It does good damage, but I really don't use bursts, like I said. I really don't have any use for bursts. Now we're going to get over here to the flatline. Which I'm also going to need anvil receiver for. Honestly, I've heard a lot of people say that if you put a flatline in Octane's hand, it's game over. I mean, honestly, I can kind of see it. Because once that Octane hits that stem, slides towards you, hit fires, it's game over. There's like almost no stopping him. Even when it comes down aiming down sights, you can just go through everybody. Yeah, that's just... So there's that class of weapons. Next we're moving over here to the energy weapons. And you know, I'm just gonna start picking them up 2 at a time. Okay, come on, more ammo. Need it. Thank you, game. Okay, now I just gotta get my stock. Now here is the... I think the Volt came first. Yeah. The Volt. It's a good gun, honestly. I pretty like it. It has like little recoil and fast reload and does really good damage. Hip fire, it's not bad either. I think now, as you can see here, the devotion, I don't like it. Its recoil is terrible. You can't really control it very well. Even the spread on it, I don't like it. Now, a lot of people do like the devotion, which I don't understand how. Because, like, me personally, it's just not a reliable gun to use and get in the game. But, whatever, it's whatever to you. Next we have the Havoc rifle. Again, terrible recoil. It's got good ammo capacity. The hip fire is decent. So yeah, Havoc rifle is pretty decent. Now let's move over to the L-Star, which honestly, besides the recoil, it's a good gun. Fast reload. Good damage. And just overall, all around, it's a good gun. Okay, next category of weapons will be, or next category, single category I guess, will be the bow and arrow, which came out this season. Still new. I actually really recently heard that it just got nerfed for some reason. But this is probably why. Ignore that shot. You fully charge that thing, it does so much damage. And then it also has an alt fire, like I said, that fires like a shotgun. I mean, honestly, it doesn't do very much damage because like I said, because it's a nerf. It don't shoot very fast, but it's a decent. They're both pretty decent. Now we're gonna move over to the save the care package weapons for last. Okay, next we'll move over to shotguns. First, we're gonna start with the Mozambique, probably the most iconic shotgun here. Which, I mean, the shotgun's pretty good. It's gun range, does good damage. And overall, just pretty reliable, especially in early game. Now we're gonna move over to Peacekeeper. Here's the thing with the Peacekeeper, though. The Peacekeeper used to be a care package gun, but I don't know why they pulled it out. I mean, and even the Peacekeeper has a alt fire. It's ready to disable the choke. And as you can tell, it's doing so much damage. Like, so much more damage than before. Okay, so now let's move over to the EVA 8. Which, this is like, this one's basically like a drum shotgun, basically. Of course, it's a drum mag shotgun. You just hold down the trigger and it shoots. That's all there is to it. Now this thing, the gun, of course, it's decent on range, but of course, like all shotguns, the most efficiency is when you're up close. Now the Mastiff, this one I believe is kind of underrated. Oh wait, I gotta reload it. Hold on a minute. I mean, you can see the range on this thing. Honestly, I believe that's my belief on that. Okay, now we're heading over to the care package guns. But first, we'll start with the Prowler. SMG has a burst version. That honestly isn't too bad. And then it has a full auto, which is really good too. Hipfire melts. I'm happy that this is still a care package weapon. Moving on to the triple take. Honestly, this doesn't. I don't believe that this should be a care package gun, because I mean I've never been too fond of the triple take. They should have just kept the Peacekeeper instead of the Kraber instead of this. But yeah, like I said, overall, I mean it's accurate hip fire, but it's overall then it has alt fire, where you turn the choke off and it does a bit more damage. Like 138 headshot without the choke, and then with the choke, with choke 138, without choke still 138. Never mind, I'm stupid. That's that one. Then the best one out of them all, the Kraber 50 cal. 150. Look, it does 145 body, 435 headshot. This is the only weapon in the game that will one-shot you if you hit headshot. No matter if you have a red Evo shield or whatever, it will one-shot you no matter how much you try. This is a gun you have to look out for. Bye. Then when in doubt, you just punch them to death. Which, of course, in that case, it wasn't very effective. I can't knock those things down for some reason. Alright, so the stream's kind of laggy, so I'm just going to end it here, but I just wanted to get through a quick weapon rundown for Apex and my personal opinions on the weapons. And hopefully that you all that play Apex out there, hopefully you can take this and kind of experiment with this kind of stuff, and hopefully you can eventually make your own opinions about these weapons. Of course, like I said, some of you may already play and have your own opinions, but I'm just using this to kind of tell people what I think about them. And so yeah, hopefully I hope you liked it. It's something different. But yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna end it here. I'm gonna try and stream more constant now since I'm out of school. So